Hello everybody and welcome to the third and holiday edition of the Zwift race. We are going to be doing the Ruins Road to Ruins. This is your update as far as team points through week 2. ZTDR at 51, MBW at 39, MTCX at 53, MT Alpha at 52, PBR at 57, Red Barn 25, Flathead 22, R1K at 58, and Chickson at 40. So what it looks like right now is TCH is way ahead with R1K coming in there along by MTCX and ZTDR. So we'll see what happens tonight. This is the profile of the Road to Ruins. Basically, it looks like a horns like Rudolph horns. We're going to be at 18.4 miles, 268 meters. That translates for us in the U.S. to 879 feet. We're going to look at about a half K or 0.3 miles to come in before we start. We're going to do a 2-minute rollout and then we're going to go. The Road to Ruins has a Mayan jungle expansion and then we'll see how it goes from there. So we will get on over to the Zwift and see who all's here. We'd like to welcome everybody here, and we're pretty much ready to go. We have some chat on the race radio. People really jolly, holly, and bright. There has been mention that someone was making tacos, so I'm sorry, tamales. So they're ready to go. Could you give me the Santa hat?
Sure. What up, Twitch?
So we are broadcasting from the basement of Zilla State EQ and HQ, and so we'll get ready to go here.
It smells like cat pee down here.
Thank you. Can I have a Santa hat, please? Thank you.
Let me get you one.
Dad, just stream into Twitch?
Hey, you are okay. So I do have some assistants here this evening, so that's going to be fun. Thank you. Do have my Santa hat on so you can see where I am broadcasting from. Here is me. Here we go. Word up, and we're getting ready to go here. We're about 4 minutes from the start. Again, this is an 18.5 mile race, 2-minute rollout, and then we will start racing after that. Follow Sean in the yellow, and we'll get ready to go. All right, so we do have a pretty big field here tonight. I think we have 47 racers, so close to the 50. Thanks again for everybody coming out. We're going to be racing in the jungle. It does look like there was some rain in Watopia earlier, so we should be ready to go. Looks like the screen is ready to go. And we should have the 2-minute rollout here. All right. Again, neutral rollout at 2 minutes. This is an 18.5 mile race. We'll see how it all goes. I don't know if you have any echoes in there, but we are getting ready to go. Sounds like Peter Leclerc is 2 seconds ahead for the overall.
Are they going right now?
2 minutes.
Where's Sean Murphy at?
He should be. You can. Well, when he starts, you can watch him.
Okay, okay.
So Joey Petrelli is giving the breakdown on Discord right now to all the racers. It's on the race radio. It's getting ready to go. We are less than 2 minutes from the neutral rollout, 2-minute neutral rollout, and then we'll start. Again, 18.5 minutes, and we'll get ready to go. So there has been a prediction for Haskell. Less than a minute to go. Getting ready to get the countdown. Racers are getting their last minute instructions. Getting ready to go.
Right on.
Hey, yo, Paul.
Shout out to Brendan Quinn, who's going out here. And we're getting ready to go. 30 seconds to start.
We're going soon.
Right on. Right on.
Hog. Dad,
15 seconds to go.
are we broadcasting?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, here we go. It's the neutral rollout. Everybody rolling out. And we're watching Sean Radley here, getting ready to go. Looks like a lot of people ahead of Sean. This. There's going to be 2 pretty steep climbs. There is some gravel, so it's going to be a little saucy as we go through this race. Short race, but pretty eventful. As we roll out through, we're about a minute through in the neutral rollout, and then things will be getting through. All right, we got Williams in the front, Tino Sonora. Looking at Bookwalter in here. As we get ready to go through the stop, we're less than a minute to start. We're going through the beginning arch right now as we go through. All right, we got Ivan Gallego is racing tonight. Welcome, Ivan. Looks like Sean Radley is running on a Tron bike.
Right on.
30 seconds to start. Calling out, everybody getting ready to go.
Right on.
10 seconds to go, and then we're going to get ready to get this. All right, and there goes the race right now. Looks like people are getting out pretty quickly. All right, we see Brendan Halton out there. Gonna watch out for Brendan Leclerc. Looks like Fergara is up in there, help, and there is a pretty big group. We see all the green jerseys tonight for everybody who is trying to be festive. Here we go, as we're rolling through. We're watching Brendan Halpin as we go through. We're going to look at Lawson coming up. See Sean Murphy right now rolling through. Again, we're about 1 mile in. This is approximately a 19-mile race. Looking at Rob Amrine right now. Okay, looking as we're rolling through here underneath the water. Again, 1.4 miles in. Shawback is being called out. All right, Anya is racing as well. We're looking at the front group right here. We'll go up to Fergura. Again, we're looking at these lead racers. It looks like Sean Murphy from ZTDR is taking the lead up there, which is pretty interesting. Quinn, looking at him. Lawson, we're looking at Melvin. We'll see how this all goes out. This is a pretty flat course right now. Now we're getting ready to go through a climb here pretty soon. So there will be a gravel section after the first descent, and then there'll be another climb. So steep climb up, then a descent into the gravel section. Seeing that Corey Kaufman's in here, Shaw back, Brendan Half, and looks like TCH has come out to play today. So we're still got some people coming through right now. All right, the group is starting to get together here. Looks like we have Hergera, Yarmarda.
God damn it.
And we got Yarmarder working through here. Radley up in the front. Haskell taking a look for everybody. Shout out to Alyssa Wade racing this evening. Allie Wade, sorry. Marchetti is in this group. Pretty big group, still working together here as we go through the Sequoias. So we got Williams. Again, pretty big group here. Look like Amrine. Look like some people are really trying to work on the front here as we go underneath the water again. C. Johnson always making herself known on the front of the race. Looks like we have Bookwalter. All right. Sean Radley up in here. Fergura. Okay, so we're now going to start the climb here pretty shortly. We're at a 2% grade. Here we go. Now people are really going to start getting separated. There has been a call for people to stand up as we're at a 3% grade now. Stink Force already on a flyer. Putting in some pretty major wattage there, it looks like. Really trying to get away. All right, Stink Force all alone. Got up to that flat, that first climb, 2.7 miles in of this 19-mile race. 6 minutes in, we've climbed 36 feet. Again, it's about 890 feet of climbing tonight. We are on a little bit of a gravel section here. People have grouped up. It looks like it's Sonora, Stink Force, Amrine, D from MBW, Brendan Halpin. Looks like Kaufman's in this group as well. Still a group of about 15 people working their way through. All right. All right, looks like Corey Kaufman off the front there, working his way through with Amrine. Amrine coming up, PBR representing himself tonight as we work through. All right, 3.1 miles in. We are still on the flat not cobble section, but gravel section. We'll take a look at Wilcox here, Leclerc, Quinn. Looks like Leclerc wearing the Christmas jersey this evening and probably keeping his powder dry a little bit. Very interesting airplane we're going by there. We'll take a look at Ivan Gallego, who is also in the front here. As we go across the bridge and across that spruce goose looking plane. All right, Halpin, Sudbury, all kind of in this tight group here. Marchetti making himself known. We're going to go across the bridge. We've gone by the windmills, and then we're going to get back onto some pavement. We're at a 2% grade right now over the ocean. What a great view by our helicopter this evening. We'll go back into Amrine. All right, there's a call out. As you can see ahead of you, the climb is going to begin in earnest. And we are at a 1%, 2% grade. People really starting, you can see Amrine starting to put in some serious wattage there. He's 6.5 watts per kilo, really trying to stay in front. There's Leclerc. Kaufman just really trying to put some hurt on some people and put some separation. I think all that training on the snowmobile has really paid off for him to be in front right now. Resting up and riding and getting that grooming done, thanks out to Corey Kaufman in Missoula Nordic. Looks like Leclerc's here, 10% grade, oh my goodness, and then we're now at 8%. A lot of people trying to get up on there. All right, there we go, Mendez. Wilcox in this group. We've got a separation of a group of about 10 riders heading on their way up. 7% grade as we head on up. We are 3.7 miles in of this 19-mile ride. I can't remember what the exact length of this is, but it's going to be again, the usual folks are all in front. Looks like Brendan's on front here. TCH, looks like that Arizona training is starting to pay off a little bit here as he's on the Zwifter. 8% grade, dancing on the pedals as he goes up. It looks like we'll take a look at the young gun here, Ivan Gallego. He is definitely in the mix with Halpin, Kaufman, and Gallego sitting about third wheel. Looks like there's a little bit of a chase group coming up behind them. There is now a group of about 10 riders bunching up. There are some people starting to group up here. 8% grade. We're at about 4 miles. We're going to come across the bridge and it's going to flatten out here for just a little bit and then things are going to get spicy again. Ignacio holding his own here, getting back with Brendan. Looks like Brendan's taking a little bit of a drink. We'll look at Andrew Wilcox is on the front here. Looks like Steam Force back in black off the front. Coming across the bridge, we're at about a 3% grade. And here we go, 4 miles. Now they're going across the bridge. All right, let's go back and see how Red Barn's looking. Lawson, everybody's trying to grab a wheel right now. We'll go back to Johnson, working her way up, and Higuera from working their way. Everybody is climbing now. We'll see where Kevin is working his way. Call out for everybody to find their friends. Now we'll go back to the front group, and the climb again is at about 3%. We're 4.2 miles into the race, 282 feet of climbing so far. So we're close to the third of the way of climbing so far, maybe a little over a fourth. All right, breaking that barrier into the junction. Okay, 3% grade, 4.3 miles, working their way up. Okay, this is where the selection's going to happen. Looks like the group is working somewhat together. All right, let's see where Leclerc is. We'll go back to that group. We'll see Sudbury. Sudbury and Johnson, they're chasing. They're trying to get that gap up. They're about 10 seconds working their way up. Ivan Gallego up in his group as well. We're getting ready to go by the windmill. 4.5 miles in, 318 feet of climbing happened so far. About 12 minutes into the race, which would be about 10 minutes. So really a peppy pace. 22 miles an hour for this lead group. All right, where everybody's starting to get strung out a little bit on this climb. We're still at about a 3% grade. People really putting in the watts. I'm seeing over 4 watts per kilo on this lead group, easily pushing into 5. Go back. Sudbury trying to bridge that gap. We'll see Johnson working their way up as well. Haskell along with a group with Joey Lindenberg, shout out to them. B Plant coming across the bridge. We'll see where Petrelli is right now. Vanilla Thunder working there. Allie Wade getting ready to make the around the corner. Carl Westenfelder working his way up. Ella Westenfelder up a little bit further up the road. See Nelson getting up there. Shawbeck. B. Quinn going past the, I would call the blue bonnets being from Texas, but there they go. You can see Sean, it's in his group up there with the yellow cylinder. Kevin, Pollen, everybody's starting to grab a group together and work their way up. Sudbury working his way up. Now we'll go up to Stinkforce. This group is about an 18-second gap on the chase group behind them, and we are at about a descent now. This is the descent part. We've come through. We're at about 5 miles to go. We're roughly just under a third of the way for the race. Really about a quarter. All right, Halpin's really wanting people. Looks like Kaufman is chasing. Kaufman is up off the front with Stinkforce chasing as well. Looks like, all right, Kaufman is way up ahead. Really clicking off the miles, 33 miles. Now when we get to the bottom of this descent, we will get into some gravel. All right, there we go, and now we're onto the gravel. And here we go. 30 miles an hour. We're looking at a Yarmarter right now in this group as well. Yarmarter, Radley, Tisak, Leclerc, Sonora, Kaufman. Looks like Ivan Gallego's up there as well. Looks like the entire group is back together. I see no one off the front. It looks like 12 riders in the group right now. All right, Lawson bridged the gap and is up in there. All right. We are at still a 1% grade. We're at about 6 miles in, so definitely about a third of the race. This is a gravel section, and then we're going to hit another climb that has pretty similar, the same characteristics as the first climb in the race. All right, here we go. It's looking like Ivan Gallego on that front there. We're going to take a look at some of these other groups. See where Marchetti is working in that group. B. Quinn. Looks like someone might have had some trouble there. D. Clyde. Higuera. That might be Joel Brown tonight. There's Rob B. Amrine. See Joey Petrella working his way up, almost up to the descent. Joey Lindbergh on that descent right now, coming through, getting ready to hit the gravel. All right, as they get ready to come through here, we'll take a look at Jeff Bookwalter as he's rolling through. B. Quinn. C. Johnson up working as well, working their way through the trees. All right. Okay, we've got the elite group right now. Everybody's still staying together. We're still on a little bit of a descent. 6.5 minutes into the ride. Hoffman has been aggressive all night. Radley's trying to keep him honest. It looks like Wilcox up there, and now people are coming down. It does look like there's only a couple of people on the Tron bikes. I see 3 out of the 12 are on those Tron bikes. Now we're looking at people are really starting to work their descents. All right, as they work their way through, we're going through the Mayan ruins right now. We're at about 7 miles to go, definitely over a third of the way. 29 miles an hour. People are putting in, you know, about 3 watts per kilo, maybe a little bit more. Looks like we got Brennan Halpin on the front. We got Ivan Gallego and Sean Riley and Yarmarter. It looks like there might be a little bit of a formation of people trying to get some separation here. So, as we're working our way through, people trying to make some moves here as we work our way through. right. We are 18 minutes, about 16 minutes of racing in, 7.1 miles. People are really rolling through. I would say in about 2 miles we should be seeing the climb. Again, this is the gravel section. People working their way through. There we go. We're looking at C. Johnson working their way through. It looks like someone's riding a mountain bike there, which is really good. There's B. Quinn working as well. Fargusha. Marchetti's working their way through. That's a pretty big group. Hopefully they're not inhaling too much dust as they go through there. Higuera trying to bridge back up. Bookwalter getting through as well. That's a group of 4. C. Haskell working with the R1K Amrine. All right, and then there is Carl Westenfelder working his way through. John Malvin. All right. Going back up to the Williams group, working their way through. Bagheera trying is kind of in no person's land right now, getting through. Bergua again with D from MBW ZTR. That is a big group right now. That's a group of about 8 trying to push through. We're about 30 seconds through. Now we're up with Peter Leclerc in that front group, getting ready to go by the waterfalls. Again, about 8 miles in. Okay. Ivan Gallegos, we're getting ready to go through the tunnel here. Clydesdale battle getting ready to be called out. So B. Quinn, there's a little bit of competition right now in the Clydesdale category, so we'll see how that all shakes out. Go back to Peter Leclerc as they go through. We got Yarmarter, Amrine. All right, Kaufman up here. Kaufman is definitely on a flyer on the way. All right, we got Halpin trying to bridge back up. We are on a flat section now, but I do see that the climb is getting ready to be in earnest. Looks like Halpin is taking the lead with Kaufman in front there as we get ready to go through. All right, we're still on the gravel. We're at a 0 grade, pretty flat, but I do anticipate some climbing getting ready to happen. Looks like Halpin has about a 1 second lead on the group as they get ready to go through there. We can see he's making some dust. All right. All right. Sonora in that group as they're running through. Yarmarter. Wilcox. All right, someone is just taking a flyer. Looks Halpin's on the front. Looks like Ivan's going to bridge up to him. Ivan Gallego. Looks like this could be the selection right now. Stinkforce is getting ready to bridge up right now. And he is passing Ivan, showing old man, showing the kid what it's all about. All right, people coming back up. And they are all chasing down Halpin at the moment with a 4% grade. We'll see how this all works out. 4%, we're starting the next climb in earnest. Almost 9 miles in as we begin our climb up. And the group is back together. 4% grade. Now we're down to 1. This will give people a little bit of speed, a little bit of a descent as we go down here. And it looks like we're going to start climbing again as the road looks like it's tilting up a little bit at about 1%, 2% grade. 9 miles in, about 20 minutes of racing. All right. Looking at Sydney Hahn back here, working her way up. Corey Kaufman off the front. Sonora. We do see some people in the front there. There's Ivan Gallego. Kaufman. He's He's way up there. It looks like he's got about a 3-second lead on the group as we go through. Group is chasing on their way up. All right, as we're working our way up, 16 miles, we got a 1% grade as we won through the Mayan ruins here. Ignacio, part of this group. Andrew Wilcox. We'll go back and take a look at Sudbury's riding the mountain bike. That could be a good choice for the climbing tonight and on the gravel. Kevin Pollington is ahead of this group of Lindenberg, Marchetti, B. Quinn, and Johnson. Really nice packing there. Higuera still trying to make some contact with one of these groups. Go back and look at Williams as they go through. And we'll go back up to this lead group. This is a chase group that's about 23 seconds back. Sudbury, Lawson, this is a group that is working with the lead. Ignacio Mendez Nunez up here. Peter Leclerc, and they're working. All right. All right, looks like Radley might have been dropped off this lead group as we go back up. Corey Kaufman has about a 10-second lead on the group. Working their way through, we still have a flat for the lead group right here. Kaufman on a flyer, 6-second lead. Radley trying to make contact at this point in time, kind of off the back. Ignacio Mendez Nunez working the way up as well. Tina Sonora, Leclerc, Yarmarter, all in this group. Kaufman now has about a 10-second lead, just really drilling it. Dancing on the pedals as he works his way up. 4% grade. We are over halfway into this race with Kaufman looking like he just wants to get this done. Get onto the holiday cookies and the holiday eating. Really working hard up this hill. 4% grade. Almost 10 miles into the race right now. Ivan Gallego, part of that lead group, chasing on the way up. Ivan Gallego leading the group out. It looks like he's going to try to make it up there. Stink Farce right on the youngster's wheel. A little bit of separation you can see now. Yarmarter working its way in. Now Peter Leclerc. So it looks like Gallego and Stinkforce are trying to make some separation, but Yarmarter is bridging back up, reeling them back in with that tractor beam. While Kaufman, as we look on the lead, now has an 11-second lead and is just really working hard as they come on the way up through the jungle flowers. He's going to probably top out here fairly recently. We'll probably get about maybe a mile or two more of climbing, and then it's quick descent and then a flat to the finish. Now it looks like Gallego, Stinkforce, Mendez Nunez, the group is back together. Kaufman off the front. Ivan Gallego's now made some separation again. A little bit. Looks like there could be some separation here. Bradley working his way in. People are really, really hurting. Now we are at about a 2% grade. Let's take a look at Kaufman. Still working hard. A snowball. And there has been a comment by Joey Petrelli that the mountain bike seems to be working on the climb. We'll look at Sean Murphy here as he's working his way up with this group. Looks like Book Walter's trying to get some separation from this group as well. We'll see Lindenberg. Alyssa Wade working their way up. Everybody on this climb really hurting. Ella Westenfelder, we're working up here. Lindenberg. Hillary Wood on this climb, dancing on the pedals. Book Walter from Big Sky Bikes also trying to get their way up. All right. Here we go. Go back up to Sudbury, rocking that mountain bike. Seems to be making some pretty good time. Now we are across the bridge. Stink Force on the other side of it. As we go through, we are still working our way up. It looks like Yarmarter is starting to bridge a little bit. You can say Gallego. Off there, Yarmarter starting to chase down Kaufman. Kaufman still way up ahead. Now on the descent, we're about 11 miles in. All right, there we go. Everybody's beginning to descend. Radley bridged back up. Kaufman is still out there. Ivan Gallego, there they go. You can see the dust of Kaufman. The gap has now gone down to about 5 seconds. All right. See where Halpin is here. Peter Leclerc and this group, we're 11 miles in. We're getting very close to the finish. As we are now on a gravel section and we're coming back through and out of the jungle, working our way through. All the players are here, so people are working their way on the gravel. About 8 miles to the finish. We got a dirt climb coming out. We still have about 200 vertical feet of climbing. You can see Corey Kaufman off in the distance there on that turn. There he is, again dancing on the pedals. He's at that 3% grade, a little bit more of a kick up. We had a short descent, and then this last climb out, and then it should be all downhill. Kaufman again putting in a lot of time. That grooming must have really thought it over as we look at the verdant green hills coming through, watching Steep Force as we work our way through. So Leclerc, Yarmarter, Halpin, Wilcox, Gallego, Stink Force, Mendez Nunez, Radley, all here. Sack. All right, it looks like a little bit of a chase group's getting ready to come up here. Looks like it's Leclerc, Yarmarter, and Gallego. Stink Force trying to work their way. Kaufman just drilling it with still 10 seconds on the 4% grade on a little bit of pavement as they work their way up. Really working their way up. Take a look at Halpin and the chase group here. Call out of about 13K to go, so a little over. So we're looking at 9 miles roughly, probably a little less than that now. 31 minutes in, this is really a quick race. Looks like we got Mendez Nunez working their way in as well. All right, man, geez, 9 minutes, that gap is not coming down. 5% grade, they're really working hard to try to catch Kaufman, who is going through some holiday decorated trees there in the forest. Yarmarter, Mendez Nunez, Leclerc kind of stringing things out. Stink Force and Sonora on that trail as well. But again, we're seeing the riders in this lead group strung out on the climb. We're at about 12 miles into this race, roughly 29 minutes. People just drilling it. We are over 4 watts per kilo on this lead group, with some people pushing into 5. We'll go back and look at some of the other folks chasing up here. Amrine, Lawson, Sudbury, looks like he has a little issues there. Johnson working their way up with Marchetti. B. Quinn, looks like Pollington. Looking at Sean Murphy here, looks like there's a call out for by Petrelli saying he's coming for people. All right, there we go. Working their way up. All right, hello Westenfelder. Looks like Helblewhite's in front. The fight for the ages has been Petrelli and Helblewhite. We'll go up to Williams, Shawback, Brown. There we go. Okay, we'll see Johnson. This is a big group working their way up. All right, looks like there's been some separation. Radley trying to work his way up. Sack trying to get on that lead group. All right, someone way out ahead. I think this is still going to be Kaufman. Nope, Kaufman is... So it's Kaufman and Yarmarter and Halpin. Well, all right, that is Peter Leclerc and Mendez Nunez are now working their way down about 12.5 miles in, 778 feet of climbing. So we've seen most of the climbing for the day. Roughly 30 minutes into the ride, these front riders, again, Mendez Nunez, Leclerc, Kaufman, all working together, putting a lot of space in between here. So it looks like Yarmarter, Wilcox, Gallego, Sack working together, coming back through around the corner and now going across the bridge. You can see those group of three, which is Leclerc, Mendez Nunez, and Kaufman working across as we get closer to the finish line. Roughly 6 miles to go, 6 miles to go to the finish. We see a little bit of a chaser coming through here. My guess would be that Stink Force and his group. Yarmarter in no man's land in between the chase group and the lead group. Mendez Nunez, Kaufman, Leclerc working their way down. We see a little bit of a 7% grade here. Really try to take advantage of it to get on there. Looks like the chase group is going to catch him and bridge up there. There's Radley coming across. Gallego coming through. Again, the group of three, Kaufman, Leclerc, Mendez Nunez working their way through. Here we go. All the way through. People talking about the Burn Street Bistro lunch. Again, that's probably a good thing to have right now. And here we go. Peter Leclerc, Kaufman, Ignacio Mendez Nunez coming through, going across the bridge, going through the wind tunnels. Now we are seeing that chase group bridging back up. Take a look at Halpin there on the gravel. It looks like that group of three is going to get caught. Rob Amrine trying to catch that group just a little ways back, 15 seconds back. Looking at Lawson, kind of getting there as well. Johnson in their group, big group, Marchetti, Higuera, Shawback, Bookwalter, Murphy representing there. And we also good to see some other parts there. We got MT Alpha, always good to see them out and being represented. Lawson from Red Barn trying to gap up, trying to get up to Radley. Maybe they can work together at about 45 seconds back. Gallego in this group. Now we're in the lead group. All together, we're about 14 miles from the finish. And here we go. People back together. 14.3 miles in. Roughly 35 minutes of racing. All right. Going the way up, there is a mention that the race is next week is going to be on New Year's Eve. So that'll be fun. Working their way up. Maybe Burn Street Bistro can provide a turkey leg for someone to eat on the New Year's Eve as we go up. Andrew Wilcox on the front here. Might be a move coming. Kaufman again. Taking a look at Petrelli right now. trying to catch up to Vanilla Thunder. Looks like he's kind of coasting right now. Looks like he's going to do a bike change right now. We'll see what that looks like. Vanilla Thunder's coming up. Williams. Thunder's putting down the watts. Looks like Petrelli's back on. Okay, Alessa, he's trying to change right up there. Brett Amrine's coming behind. All right, and there's Vanilla Thunder. Lenenberg working their way up. Sudbury. Look at this group coming the way down. Kevin Paulington. Yarmarter. All right. There is some talk about how the mountain bike choice was a good one where the wattage was smaller, but it seems like the gearing might be better on the climb. So people taking advantage of choosing different bikes as they go through. We are watching this lead group here. So bike changing is starting to be a little bit of some trickery going on. Looks like Corey Kaufman again is on the front of those beautiful pink socks, or is that Brendan Halpin is following up with that group getting ready to go across the bridge. We're about 3 miles coming in. Ferrugia again looking like, whoops, we were going to go to Stink Fork as we're coming back up. Takato and Quinn battling it out here, excuse me. All right, looks like B. Quinn working their way out. Ferrugia, Marchetti, Higuera all working their way through. B. Quinn leading this group out. Take a look at Sean Radley trying to get back up on Amrine's wheel. And here we go, getting into the sprint. T-Sack, Alpin, Wilcox. There's Kaufman way out in front. And there's the group. We're looking at Kaufman. 5 seconds in front of the group. About 16 miles. It looks like here's the descent coming back into town. Roughly 16 miles of racing has taken place. Less than 40 minutes of true racing, 40 minutes total. And here we go. Ivan Gallego working his way through. All right, here we go. We have had all the climbing. We're working our way through 16.2 miles as this lead group comes in. It looks like it's going to be Kaufman is going to get caught. He's only 2 seconds ahead. So Nelson was asked to race in the Pro League, so that's a pretty big deal. Repping for Montana and MTL, so that's an awesome, awesome opportunity, and congratulations to her and the opportunity. Like Sonora, oh, looks like Ivan Gallego out on front. Looking like 8 watts per kilo. Mendez Nunez trying to catch Tina Sonora as well. Gallego has put in a little bit, jumped off of there. See if he can get to the front. About 17 miles in. Oh, and Stink Force has bridged the gap here. Halpin trying to bridge. So that was maybe Ivan testing the waters a little bit. We got about 17 miles, a little over a mile to go here. So we got Gallego, Stink Force, Leclerc, Halpin, Mendez Nunez, Yarmarter, all in here. Okay. Yarmarter and Sonora are now off the front, working their way up off this big grade, seeing if they can put some separation on here. Looks like Leclerc might get caught, but he is really, really pushing as we get ready to go through and into town. 17.2 miles in. Yarmarter on the wheel. I think it's going to be, oh, Halpin coming up there. Stink Force. All right, we're going to see what's happened. Looks like we got a group of 6 that's going to be Halpin and Kaufman really push the pace on this lead group, and then we'll see what happens and if they can stay in there and close the deal. Halpin is now off the front again, has been the, I would say, the most aggressive rider for the day today as they work their way through. Watching Halpin come through here with Yarmarter on his wheel. We do have a group of 6. Okay. Here we go. Got about a mile or 2 to go. We're looking through the folks as they work their way through the lava field, and they'll come back out, and then we're really going to see where the selection happens. All right. There we go. There we go. Here we go, Yarmarter on the front, pushing the pace here, 18 miles in. And we're going to see who comes across first. Looks like Halpin's trying to take the lead. Here we go, 18.2 miles in, getting ready to come to the finish line. Yarmarter now in front. Leclerc coming back through the tube, and after the tube I believe we have a little bit of a climb and then into the finish. All right, here we go. All right, there goes Leclerc, Yarmarter. Looks like Gallego might be trying to get a little chippy in here as we get towards the front. But looks like we got about half a mile to go. All right, we're going to take a look at Yarmarter off the front here, just past me. All right, here we go. 18.5. I would say that, here we go. Here we go. We got about seven riders in. Ivy, Gallego, Yarmarter, Halpin coming their way through, coming across the finish. Okay, looks like Yarmarter's working Halpin, Mendez Nunez. We'll see what happens. Coming through, and it looks like, I believe it is Yarmarter for the win. there we go. Working our way through. Sprint's coming through. All right, we'll take a look at some of the other folks coming
Ride
through.
on.
So it looks like it was a really, really nice race. As we come through here, and now we're watching people. I'll see if I can get some people on the companion app here. See if we can find Sean. Great ride by Allie Wade coming through. Fred Amrine coming through. All right. All right, trying to pull up the map here. See if we can. There's Kaufman. There's Kaufman. There we go. Whoops, we don't want that. We want that. We want that. There we go. So here we go. We're looking for some people riding through right now. So again, thanks everybody for coming. We're really glad you're here. And thanks for the holiday race. And you will be able to find the results up a little bit after the race. It was again a interesting race where people did find an ability to change bikes and see a significant difference in the riding. So we'll look for that in races to come. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll see you next week, which will be New Year's Eve. This is Jedzilla broadcasting from the friendly confines of the Zilla Cave and Lego Emporium, as you can see in the background. And we hope to see you out on the road soon. Take care.